Hello students, today we are going to discuss on the topic parallel lines, and parallel line is a topic which we have to study in class 8 and class 9 also, and in previous classes also, and its concept is essential in all classes. If you know the rules or concept of the parallel lines, then only you can solve the questions of parallel lines, or you can say the many questions of the geometry. So first of all, today we will discuss about the parallel line and its concept and the properties of parallel lines. So let us start with the parallel lines. What is a parallel line? Two lines which do not intersect each other at any point, even on producing also, is called parallel lines. Or you can say two lines whose perpendicular distance at every point is constant is also a parallel line. Let us see what is a parallel line. If you see this scale, this is a scale, its two edges are parallel to each other. That means the upper edge and the lower edge are parallel to each other, because if we see this one and this one, they do not intersect each other. You can see many objects at our home also. The tabletop, the two ends of the tabletop is also parallel. You can see the door of your houses, the two sides, you can say the two edges of the door is also parallel. Tabletop, or many examples like railway tracks, two straight railway tracks are also parallel to each other. So parallel lines is a line which do not intersect each other at any point, or the perpendicular distance between the two lines is also constant at every point. Let us see these two lines. This line and this line is parallel. This one say L and M. These L and M are parallel lines because they are not going to meet at any point if we produce it to infinite also. So they will not intersect each other. Now, after parallel lines, let us see what this line is called. This line is called transversal. Any line which intersect two or more lines at distinct points. Distinct point means at different points. Like we say these are parallel, then this is a transversal, because this line intersect this one L, M, N at different point. Mark it as P, Q, R. Since this line P intersect these L, M, N at P, Q and R, that is three different points, so this line is called transversal. So a transversal is a line which intersect two or more lines at different points is called transversal. The most important thing is that we have to know about the properties of parallel lines. If these two lines L and M are parallel, then this T is transversal. So if L and M are parallel and T is transversal, then let us see what are the properties that it will satisfy. This angle and this angle, mark it as 1, mark it as 2. So 1 and 2 is called corresponding angle. What are corresponding angles? Two angles on the same side of transversal and on the same side of the parallel line. That means if these L and M are parallel lines, then above this line and above this line with the transversal, the angles are called corresponding angle. Similarly, this side also, this angle 3 and this angle 4 is also called corresponding angles. So this 1 and 2 are corresponding to each other, these 3 and 4 are corresponding to each other. In the same way, the bottom angle of these two parallel lines on the same side of transversal, 5 and 6, are also corresponding angles. And the same way, this angle and this angle are also called corresponding angle. So from this figure, angle 1 is equals to angle 2 If L and M are parallel and T is transversal, then angle 1 equals to angle 2, angle 3 equals to angle 4, angle 5 equals to angle 6, and angle 7 equals to angle 8. These pairs are equal, like 1 and 2, 3 and 4 are equal, 5, 6 are equal, 7 and 8 are equal by the property of corresponding angles. By the property of corresponding angles. Then let us see another property. If this L parallel to M and this T is transversal, L parallel to M and T is transversal, then angle opposite to the transversal and the interior of these parallel lines, angle opposite to this transversal and interior of the parallel lines are called alternate interior angles, like this angle 1 and angle 2 here. This angle 1 and angle 2 are alternate interior angles. Similarly, this angle 3 and this angle 4 are also called interior angle, alternate interior angles. In the same way, angle opposite to the transversal but exterior to the parallel lines, angle opposite to the transversal, this is the transversal T, and on the opposite side, like this side and this side. So this side of the transversal and this side of the transversal means opposite side of the transversal but exterior to the parallel lines are called alternate exterior angle, like 5 and 6. In the same way, angle 7 is equals to angle 8. Again let us see. L and M are parallel lines and the interior of these parallel lines but opposite to the transversal, angle 1 and angle 2 are equal, 3 and 4 are equal. Similarly, exterior angle 5 and 6 are equal and 7 and 8 are equal. So angle 1 is equals to angle 2, angle 3 is equals to angle 4. This is called alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. And similarly 5 and 6 are equal and angle 7 is equals to angle 8. This is called alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior angles. Now, if you observe this pattern, alternate interior angle or alternate exterior angle, what you will see, if you find any problem in searching the alternate interior angle, just see this symbol like this. If this is parallel to this and this is transversal, then this is alternate to this. And in the same way, if this is parallel to this is also called alternate interior angle. You can see from this figure also, this makes angle like this, means Z shape or opposite to the Z shape. The angles of this are called alternate interior angles. Now moving to the another property. If again this L parallel to M and this T is transversal, then angle interior of the parallel lines on the same side of transversal, that means sum of angles on the same side of transversal and interior to the parallel lines, their sum is 180 degree, like this angle 1 and this angle 2. Angle 1 plus angle 2 equals to 180 degree. In the same way, angle 3 and angle 4 makes 180 degree. So the sum of interior angles on the same side of transversal is 180 degree. Similarly, sum of angles exterior to the parallel lines and on the same side of transversal, this and these are exterior angles for this parallel line, and on the same side of transversal, this is transversal, so same side of transversal makes angle 180 degree. Angle 5 plus angle 6 equals to 180 degree. Similarly, this exterior angle 7 and this exterior angle 8 makes 180 degree. Angle 7 plus 8 equals to 180 degree. The property is sum of angles on the same side of transversal, or you can say sum of co-interior angles. Sum of co-interior angles. Sum of co-interior angles is 180 degree. And similarly, sum of angles, sum of exterior angles on the same side of transversal is 180 degree. This is also called allied angles. So sum of co-interior angles is 180 degree, means angle on the same side of transversal but interior to the parallel lines makes 180 degree. This also makes 180 degree. This 5 and 6 makes 180 degree, and 7 and 8 again makes 180 degree. If this is L and this line is perpendicular to this line, mark it M, and this is also perpendicular to this line, mark it N. If M perpendicular to L and N also perpendicular to L, if two lines perpendicular to same line, then these two perpendicular lines will be parallel to each other. If M is perpendicular to L, N is also perpendicular to L, then M and N will be parallel to each other. That means two lines which are perpendicular to the same line are parallel to each other. One more property, if this L and M are parallel, this L parallel to M, and if this line S is perpendicular to this line L and this line T is perpendicular to this line. So what can we conclude from this property? If one line S is perpendicular to L and another line T is perpendicular to M, then what will happen? If two lines are perpendicular to two parallel lines, that means if L and M are parallel line, this is perpendicular to M, this line T is perpendicular to M, and S is perpendicular to L. So since L and M are parallel lines, L and M are parallel lines, so if we draw perpendicular lines to these two different lines, this will also be parallel. Here if L parallel to M and S is perpendicular to L and T is perpendicular to M, then we can say that S is also parallel to T. Two perpendicular lines are always parallel to each other. Two perpendicular lines on the same line is parallel to each other. So if this is perpendicular and if this is perpendicular, then this will also be perpendicular because it is a straight line and these are parallel. So if it is perpendicular to M, then it will also be perpendicular. So by the property of corresponding angle, this will equal, this is equal, so this line is parallel to this line. So from this property we can conclude that two lines which are perpendicular to same line is always parallel.